What's up YouTube? Jeremy from High Desert RC Crawlers. Today on the bench we got a couple little projects I'm gonna do. Gonna put in some upgraded parts for a couple of vehicles. You know, projects never end when you mess around with RC crawlers. So here's what we got on the bench today. We got the CR18P Trailhunter, aka Wildside, and then we got the Juiced Up CR18 Pro Juiced Up Edition. Basically today we're going to be putting in some high clearance links, metal links for the CR18P from Hobbyplus. With the Trailhunter we're going to be doing a steering mount or servo mount and steering linkage upgrade. We're going to upgrade the shocks, add some weight to the front, got some brass portal covers for the front, and we're also going to be putting in metal links as well. So that's the kind of projects we got going on today with High Desert RC Crawlers. So stay tuned, we'll get the process started. But yeah, I haven't really upgraded the Trailhunter. The only thing I've done is you check out my video on the motor install and the body, and use the wheels off of the Juiced Up. But yeah, I haven't had any weight on it, nothing, no real upgrades. So we're gonna weigh it out and see where it weighs when we start and see where it weighs when it ends. I did notice when I took it out for a test with these tires and the new body and motor, it does need weight, so hence the reason why we got the portal covers. And I said, while we're at it, might as well add in these big bore shocks and steering linkage, make that a little bit stronger. And then with the CR18 Pro, not a lot you need to do to these things. I did the servo upgrade and steering. That's about it. And I'm just going to put on these metal links, make it a little bit stronger, and yeah, so stay tuned. We'll get these upgrades going, and we'll pause the video. We'll jump in when we get things done, and if you have any questions, as always, comment down below and I'll be happy to answer. So stay tuned. Alright guys, just wanted to pop in real quick, something that I noticed while I was putting these together. On the rear links and the front links, I don't know if these are going to affect the front yet. I don't think they will, just kind of matching it up. But with the rear links, where you hook in where your shock is, they give you this extra thick kind of spacer. Sure if you can kind of see that. It does not fit in the space that it's provided, so they do give you extra parts, so you're gonna have to go ahead and remove this one and replace it with a smaller one. The small brass, there's 4 of them in there. So yeah, you have to take the O-rings off, pop this one out, pop this smaller one in. I'm trying to focus that, the camera doesn't want to focus, but you have to pop this one in, take this one out. That way it'll fit in this gap right here, right up for where your shock mounts. And then make sure when you're putting them together, these have a slight bend in the end. So that way that bend will go in towards the skid plate mount. So that little bend in the middle there, or at the end, will kind of slide right in there, and then you'll be able to slide this smaller piece in where your shock bolt goes through. So just a little heads up. Not sure on the front yet, I haven't got to that. Got 3 out of the 4 rear links, so I just wanted to pop in and let you guys know about that. If it does happen on the front, I will let you guys know. But yeah, figured I'd throw that out there. So if you guys are putting these links in, I'm pretty sure because a lot of the CR18Ps are the same kind of chassis, the links might be different, so that's why they give you that one and a couple extra pieces, so that way you can adjust as needed. So we'll see if that happens on the Trailhunter. figured I'd start with this one first because all I've got to do is links on this one, and I got a bunch to do on the Trail Hunter. So stay tuned, and if there are any other issues, I'll pop back in. Hey guys, I'm back with another tip. Going on to the front side one. So the stock mounts for the bottom of the shock basically come with these two balls, and one of your links will go through one and the shock through the other. You can't use the stock or the aftermarket links. If you take that out, it doesn't fit on the ball. So what you have to do, and what I did, is you leave that spacer in there that came with it, and you take the spacer that you removed out of the rear. So basically take off the stock mounts for your bottom of the shock and your link. Take that piece that you took off of the rear one and stick it in the bottom of the shock, and that'll give you your space. And then once you put everything together, it'll be the same exact space as the original. So then you just take one of the screws they give with you, just match up to the stock. It might be a little bit longer, but not a big deal. You just take one of those, run that all the way through, and that'll mount right up. So another little tip I found while doing these links. Hope this helps everybody out. I'm gonna get this all back together, and then yeah, the juiced up will be done. So stay tuned, and if you have any questions, again, leave them down in the comments below, and I will answer them. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to the bench. Getting ready to wrap up the front end here, but before I do so, I want to show you guys a little bit of a issue that I found while doing this. So these are your stock shocks and your lower mount that goes through the arm, or through the link I should say. As you can see, it has kind of a two-piece ball on each, so a ball for the end of the shock, a ball for the link. These links have spacers in them already, and if you try to mount them up with just pulling out this ball here and sticking another ball in it that they supply with you, one of these little silver ones, the spacing isn't right, so you can cause your shocks to bind up, or you're not going to have the correct spacing. So what I found is that basically you can just pop this bottom link out, or the bottom ball out of the shock. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to pop that out. You can leave the link right in it. And then what I found that works best, and this is just trial and error, is that you take the spacer that you got out of the bottom, or the back link, and you just kind of push it in to the bottom shock, and that'll kind of give you your space that you need. It acts like that original mount. So we're going to go ahead and pop that in there. Okay, of course, when I want to do this on camera, it's going to be a pain in the butt, so I apologize. Yeah, going the right way. Just to kind of give you an idea, on the back side of the shock, it's a little wider opening than the front, so you want to push it through that side. That'll give you what you need to get it in there. But this one's being a pain. I'm going to kind of go off camera for a second to get it lined up. Maybe. Okay. Let's give it a squeeze. There we go. All right, now we got it started. So now we can get it in the rest of the way. We want to get that on that ball. So just kind of work it in. There we go. Now we have the space that we need. So we can take our screw from the kit and we can run it through the bottom of the shock, through the other spacer here. That's in the link. Put that shock up like so. Get that lined up with the hole there. And screw her down. And that'll give you your spacing that you need. It'll be about the same exact length. So, little trick that I found there. It took me a little bit to figure it out, but we got that. So we'll go ahead and mount the top of the shock back in. Little nut here. And then we'll button her all down. And that'll be it. The links will be in. And that'll conclude the juiced up. Okay. Bound up a little bit there. Loosen that up a little. Seems to be a little bound up. Okay, well, I'll find that and we'll fix that, but yeah, that should help you out there. That's good. All right. There you go, guys. Links are all in, so now we get some high clearance metal links on here. I'll strengthen it up a little bit. And yeah, we'll be good to go. So we'll get her all buttoned up and we'll jump on to the Trail Hunter. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back to the bench. We're going to start the T-Hunter. Just want to kind of give a beginning weight before we start all these different mods. Adding some weight to the front, see what this does. So basically this is what we got so far. We almost got a 50-50 split all the way, front and rear, left, right, and a total of about 500 to, yeah, right around 500 grams. So just kind of want to give you that, let you see what we're starting with, and then we'll get these mods started. And I'm already looking at the links. Looks like we're going to have the same kind of issue with the running into the links where they have the balls on both. So we'll figure it out as we get there. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this started and see where we're at. So stay tuned. We'll be back. Alright guys, welcome back to the bench. We got the T-Hunter all done. Links weren't as bad as the juiced up. Same kind of concept. Use the space, the big spacer that comes with it for the rears and the fronts. And then just do the shocks the same way. Just have to put that spacer in there to get it to space out correctly. Links weren't so bad. As you can see, I got new shocks in there. These are the ones that were in it before. So you can definitely tell the size difference. So these are the ones that come on the juiced up, as well as now, I guess now the V3. This is the V1 version of the T-Hunter, by the way. Did the steering link. The steering links actually come with a conversion kit that takes your servo from up top here with your panhard bar and everything else to a axle on servo setup. So that was pretty interesting, figuring that out. But yeah, you had to basically take this plate that everything sits on, that's like mounted all the way up here, take your servo off, move that all the way back so you have plenty of clearance to get in there and you're flexing. And then you just take out the spacer that's in between back in here, and you can just put in your servo mount in there, put your servo on, and then you can mount that all up. That takes out your panhard bar. With the V1s, they had just one thing here because of the panhard bar would hold your axles stiff. But now you take your panhard bar out, you can use one of the metal ones, but the conversion kit comes with two plastic ones. Obviously, the motor being in the way, the metal link won't fit in there. So you have to use one of the plastic ones and just mount it up in there and get it in front of the motor, and that'll hold your axles nice and stiff after you take the panhard bar out. And yeah, so everything went together pretty good. It was just figuring everything out. Got the brass portal covers on. I replaced the Phillips heads with hex. Make sure they were greased up. So yeah, we're gonna get it all, rest of it put back together. Get the body back on, get the wheels back on, and turn it on, make sure everything's kosher still. It should be fine. Just make sure the servo's set, because again, it was up here versus down on the axle now. But yeah, a pretty cool conversion kit because it takes it off of there and puts it on servo on axle. So but yeah, pretty excited. We'll get everything put back together and we'll get it get a new weight on it. And seeing how it's a nice day today, I might take a couple of these out on the course and see how they run. So stay tuned. We'll get this all back together and we'll give it a final weight. Alright guys, welcome back to the bench. We got the T-Hunter all back together now. Wheels on, body's on. Everything's looking good. We got her on the scales. Kind of give you an after measurement and weight. So basically we went from a 50-50 to a 54-46 front rear. 50-50 left to right. So we stayed there the same. And we added about 45 to 46 grams of weight total. Just adding those brass portal covers in the front. Everything else was aluminum, so it didn't add much weight to it for the links and the steering. So a little bit extra weight in the front, and we moved that weight towards the front. So we're working on that magic 60-40 split. So again, really cool. Get all this done. I haven't really played around much with the T-Hunter. I've just been having a lot of fun with doing everything kind of else, and I had this set aside until I decided, you know what, I still love the Unimog. So everything's still working great. Steering's good. Definitely got some torque twist now. A little bit of body rub. That's because of the dual rate. So yeah, loving life. Got a couple projects done today. It's kind of a nice day today. It's gonna be nice tomorrow. Get some batteries, charged them up, and get them out on the course and have some fun. But yeah, as always guys, please like, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions about anything, any of the mods that I did, or you coming across issues having to put stuff in, let me know. We'll be more than happy to help you out. Takes a little time figuring some of this stuff out, and I'm hoping that some of these things that I do save somebody some time when they go to do it themselves. So just take your time, pay attention, have fun with it. And yeah, we'll see you on the next video. This is about wrap this one up. As always guys, keep crawling.